Trinket is a free open source platform that you can use to create your first coding program. You simply go to trinket.io and create an account. An account is free. I've already logged in here. You can see here at the top. Once you log in, you're going to get this as your home screen. This will allow you to create your own trinkets at your own pace. We're going to click a new trinket here. And we're going to choose the blocks. Now, you can actually write the actual syntax code by using Python, Python 3, or Java or HTML. Each of these are different languages in the coding field. Python's one of the most popular languages that's out there right now because it's a very easy language to learn and can be used in lots of different applications. We're going to be coding today in Python, but using blocks. Blocks are simply a way to show how to code, but use an image to help you learn the coding process before you actually start typing the syntax. So in Python, the way in which Python identifies a sprite or the little object that's going to appear on your screen, they name it a turtle. Kind of silly considering Python is a snake, but we'll go with it, right? So a turtle, what we're going to do is we're going to move our turtle to create a square. In the activity that we did earlier, we did marching orders where we decided to draw an image on our paper using instructions that were verbally given to us. Now we're going to take those verbal instructions and actually create a square on our screen. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to move our sprite forward by. Now, this is by area right here is what we call a variable. A variable is something that can be changed and altered based on what we need. Hence, vary in the front of the word variable. In this particular instance, 10 really means 10 pixels, which are the little squares that populate on our computer screens. I'm going to change mine to 100 pixels because it's going to go a little further than 10. When I'm ready to see what my sprite is going to do, I'm going to hit the Run tab. The Run tab is what we use in programming to execute or to move our programs forward. So when I hit run, you'll see my turtle, which is this little arrow right here, has created a line. Now, I want to create a box. So I'm going to go back to my turtle and see what other instructions that I can use. I'm going to tell the turtle to turn right by 90 degrees. Now, I could also change that variable to be something else. Let's say I wanted it to be an obtuse angle or an acute angle. I can make it much larger or I can make it much smaller. But we're going to keep 90 degrees. So we're going to run and then we're going to turn. Now, we got to get that turtle to move again, right? Because even though we know in our brains that we want it to turn, we didn't tell the computer. So now we're going to tell it to move forward again by another 100. And we're going to hit run. Okay, now we want it to turn again. So we're going to go back to our turtle and we're going to hit turn right by 90 degrees. And then we know we want it to move forward again. You're beginning to see the pattern, right? There's a lot of patterns in computer programming. It's the same thing that's repeated because we want our entire turtle to create a square. So we got to repeat the actions. So I'm going to hit run again. All right, we've got one more and then we're going to complete our full turtle square. Our turtle making a square, that is. So I'm going to move this over and I'm going to make right 100. Look at that, y'all. And now we have our first square that we've written using blocks. Now, if you want to see a little trick, these blocks are moving forward by 100 pixels. Let's check out the code. If I click on code, you can see the actual code that was written in Python. Notice that it's very similar to what you saw in the blocks. The turtle is going to move forward, and in those parentheses are what we call parameters. Those parameters identify how many pixels we want it to move, just like we did right here. Pretty cool, right? You've just written your first line of code using Trinket.io. And you've written in Python, which is the most popular language right now that's in the coding field. I hope you've enjoyed our quick tutorial on how to use Python in Trinket and create your first line of code and actually your first program. Thanks so much.